Steve, there's a squirrel in the bird feeder. Let's go get him. Get that squirrel. T-Rex, want to get a squirrel? Come on. Yeah. Let's get that squirrel. You guys, you ready? You got to go out though really quiet so that you don't scare the squirrel, okay? Rex, be really quiet. That squirrel's gone. 27 degrees, sunshine, and a tiny little cloud there. High tide. We get high tide in the morning when we're between the new and full moon. So we're at a half moon. You can tell that by the tide. I can hear the birds singing. Oh, flyby. Could hear their wings. How cool. Wow, what a morning. There's so much to talk about right now. Even though it looks so quiet, it's not really quiet at all. Well, there's things going on. Ice bucket challenge. Can we separate the ice from the bucket? I guess not. There must still be a little water left in there. This could be the last time this winter that the ice bucket is so solid. All right, what do we have here? Flat water. I can walk anywhere I want without worrying about the wind. This is called high barometer cold. How high is your barometer? 1036 millibars in northern Maine, stretching all the way down the east coast, really. Not quite that strong all the way down the coast. That's about 30.57 in the standard form of measurement. Let's look over towards Hull. Oh, what's that? It's a ferry, Tim. No, I mean beyond the ferry. Is that a cloud? Whoops. That's a cloud. Hey, wait, there's a cloud. They said sunny today. They said that yesterday too, and there's a cloud. Now, most of New England is sunny. However, and dirty air too. When you get an inversion, the heavy cold air sinks into the valleys or plain, and you get that dirty layer, very hazy, smoggy, polluted atmosphere today. All the emissions go up and then go sideways. All right, Steve. All right, that's enough right there. It's frosty outside. It's going to be slippery there, Steve. Very heavy frost in spots when you have radiational cooling. Brisk. So, just to try and talk about what's going on right this minute would take some time. I already mentioned high barometer, talk a lot about high barometer cold and inversions. The difference between low barometer cold when it's colder up in the sky, and that's unstable, warmer air rises. And high barometer cold, it's very stable. And you usually get sinking air, usually. However, if your ocean is fairly warm and your air is cold, you can get that ocean effect cloud, which we have there. I want to talk more about that in a second. But first, I want to look toward the north and talk about the inversion. We have this beautiful Mount Washington weather website, and it has the auto road temperature profile. And you see at the top of the mountain this morning, 11 degrees. At the bottom of the mountain, 5, roughly speaking. And at about 4,000 feet, 21 degrees. So the warmest air is at 4,000 feet. And guess what? That is the top of the inversion. And guess what else is happening at the top of the inversion? There is a cloud stuck. It's a sea of clouds looking like they're lapping the shores of the summit of Mount Washington this morning. There's a cloud stuck over central New Hampshire. And you can see the bottom of the cloud here at Plymouth State University. Beautiful webcam with the campus and the snow on the ground in Plymouth, New Hampshire. And also, there's a cloud over southeastern Massachusetts. That's the one we can see from right here. And here's the Nantucket Dreamland cam. And the reason I went to the Dreamland cam this morning, because Martin says there was a skim of saltwater ice on the harbor yesterday. He says, I think that's the first time since 2015. I don't see any ice this morning, and I got up really early here to see if I could see ice at my house too, and I did not. But Martin, you got me thinking, and you got me looking. And I found the cloud, and that's when I found the satellite image. And that's the sound of a cardinal singing right now. Where's the cardinal? Is he in the sun? We'll find that cardinal. All right, so now more on the inversion. And it's another coldest morning so far. This morning, Martha's Vineyard got to 10.4 degrees. That ice bowl of an inversion cold air capture. Whoa. Flyby. How about a little heads up on that next time? You gonna show me where the Cardinal is? You gonna come in for a landing? Oh, why couldn't you? Oh, so pretty. Just around the corner. Bummer. All right, something just whispered in my ear. It was my microphone. Hopefully you still hear me. Where were we? Oh, yes, the Martha's Vineyard. Coldest morning so far this morning on Martha's Vineyard. I didn't get the map because I got up too late, but I did the trace on the temperature. And, I looked up the record, Martin, on Martha's Vineyard to see how close 10.6 is to the record. Well, not even close. It was -6 on February 21st, 2015. Coincidentally, Martin's saying the last time he remembers ice on the salt water was around 2015. So this is no 2015, but I get the point. Oh, I've never seen Steve climb a tree. That was close, though, Steve. You smell that squirrel, don't you? All right, we're still on this morning, aren't we? This high pressure goes up and down the East Coast. So about, 7, 8 days ago, I said, oh, wow, the Euro has a storm on Tuesday right over the New England area. Well, usually when it has something like that, days 7 and 8, there is going to be a storm somewhere, and it is out over the ocean right now. And I think part of that cloud we just saw in southeastern Massachusetts, Cape Cod, is kind of a appendage of that ocean storm that is missing. So we have a storm out there missing today. So what's going to happen? Well, this high pressure system, it's another big pile of cold air, is going to be resistant to change. And so there's a warm front going north of us today and another warm front coming at us from the west tomorrow. So today, I don't think it is snowing anywhere in New England. So that streak is over. 9 days ended yesterday. Oh, while we're talking about snow, how about yesterday? New England Tommy and Josh Worth up there in their private little notch skiing up there in northern Vermont, near Jay, but not Jay. Tommy. And Andy, the powder dog. Yesterday, skiing is fantastic. And we've relaxed that cold air. We don't have any wind today, so that's really nice. Perfect skiing today. All right, back to today. High pressure moves offshore. We'll probably get an onshore wind. It's that time of year now with this February sun, especially here where there's no snow on the ground. Oh, incidentally, there's snow on the ground in Martha's Vineyard. That helped it cool off last night. You get the sea breeze to develop. So our air is going to come in from the east. So don't be surprised if I show a time lapse later in the day and those high clouds are moving that way and those low clouds come in from the southeast. So always something. All right, as far as weather systems go, there's the possibility of some severe weather in the middle of the nation today. Remember that ferry that went by a short time ago? There's the wake. Everything works in waves. We're coming out of a cold wave, so there's a warmer wave coming in. Not that warm, though. But as it comes in, all right, let's cut right to the chase. There's some precipitation coming in tomorrow night. So tomorrow we're back into the 40s with increasing clouds. And tomorrow night, we get mixture of rain and snow coming through. And the guidance, which also teased us with a major storm here on our Friday or Saturday, now is pretty adamant that we're going to have the low that's coming across the nation with some severe weather in the middle of the nation, racing across just south of New England Friday with some rain, mountain snow, and that southern stream stays separate from the northern stream, so an Arctic front comes in behind that storm. They phase after it goes by New England, so not a major storm in New England. It's Wednesday, time to make the call. But it is a major cold front with a major cold wind coming in here. Mountains probably get 2 to 5 inches of snow. Jay hopefully comes in with 6 to 10 because that's what I wrote yesterday. But that's very isolated. And the wind and chill on Saturday is going to match any kind of cold day we've had all year long. So it'll be interesting. You get frostbite and sunburn on the same day, Saturday, in southern New England. That is if you go out without gloves and a shirt. Wind chill only applies if you go out naked. You know that, right? And it doesn't affect car batteries and stuff like that. Anyhow, a very cold Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll probably have some more, maybe 1 or 2 more coldest so far this season's on Sunday morning. Isolated, though. Sunday morning with radiational cooling. Sunday looks like an okay day, but then there's a warm front racing at us Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. There's going to be another warm front, cold front combination with another batch of Mountain snows, probably a few more inches Sunday night. Monday turns a little bit colder. And then that high is going to get south of us next Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to have another warm front coming through here Tuesday night, it looks like, with a batch of rain and snow. And then we are all in the warm wave next Wednesday into Thursday. Timing is a challenge, but some parts of New England are going to have the warmest so far coming in here Tuesday, Wednesday, before a wicked cold front comes through here either Wednesday night, the 28th, or Thursday, the 29th. February 29th. Only make this forecast once every 4 years. And there's going to be thunderstorms and then it gets so cold so fast, rain may be changing to snow with an icing type event in the mountains of northern New England next Wednesday night or Thursday. That should be very fun, fascinating. There'll probably be a tornado outbreak on the south side of that storm because it's just an incredible battle between warm and cold here 1 week from today. There's a little sparrow. Oh, there he goes. So fun getting the birds. So we're going to have more action with the birds. Plenty of action in the weather department. And sorry if I teased you with a possible nor'easter here in 48 hours. I mean, there's still probably going to be some surprises. We saw what happened last Friday night with that zipper of a clipper that came through. It was more than a clipper, though. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, yeah, Liberty Hotel. I spent the last couple days over there in Boston where we love that dirty air. Not really. And so I wanted to elaborate more on Liberty Hotel and also celebrate last night when the sun set on this side of the Four River Bridge. I could see the sun set from my backyard as the season transitions and the earth tilts back towards the south or towards the sun, and we get higher sun every day. So that was fun. So a little and more with the sunset yesterday, and then a little bit of the history of the Suffolk County Jail on Charles Street, which is now Luxury Hotel, the Liberty Hotel, and that fabulous cupola that we can see right outside the elevator window from the 13th floor. That cupola has a great and more and more and more. Talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow, by the way, the real George Washington birthday. Day to be free from behind bars. Anyhow, great names, huh? Liberty, Clink, Alibi, Scampo. Not sure what Scampo means. The Yard. You know, all based on prison life. The words from prison life. You've got to come to this corner of the Liberty Hotel for the history lesson. Designed and built by Gridley J.F. Bryant and the Boston Granite style in 1851. And that's what it looks like inside. You get the history of people that came to the jail and how it transitioned to a hotel. German U-boat sub prisoners here. One of them committed suicide. There were riots. And then the story of that cupola. The cupola was a central feature in Bryant's design for the jail, bringing light and air to the rotunda. At the time of the jail's construction in 1851, though, the cupola was reduced in size to save money. Almost 100 years later, in 1949, it was removed altogether due to deterioration. For the renovation, the cupola was built anew based on Bryant's original design. Here, a crane lowers the cupola onto the rotunda. So he wanted to make it more airy and light, more humane prison. That's why all the huge windows and this massive rotunda. It was supposed to be an office up top in the cupola, but they had to save money. So probably one of the coolest historic sites in a town full of cool historic sites. Those jail cells are now the restrooms. But everything has these round designs, these 3 circles inside circles inside circles. Where is that design? It's everywhere, really. There are the ubiquitous circles I always talk about. You know, anytime you want to teach math or science, draw a circle and put 2 lines through it, and then just keep going and going and going. It's just a universal design of how everything works. Everything goes round and round and round. It's called an Outlander. It's a little snug, but it was a nice car. Tempted. All right, so what are we gonna do next? Lenny, what's the name of your trio here?
We call ourselves Hot Sauce, or sometimes we call the Approximations.
Hot Sauce. I've seen you guys before. Excellent. So fun tonight. So fun. Can't stop, won't stop. The old Suffolk County Jail. Completed around 1840 or 50. Sure. It wasn't great to be a resident here then, but it certainly is cool now. Hot sauce. Just couldn't let it go without a little hot sauce. They play here every Monday night. The Liberty Hotel. The old Suffolk County Jail on Charles Street. Nearly 200 years old. A lot more fun now than it used to be, no doubt. Out with a little earth, wind, and fire. We saw at the Boston Garden this summer. By Hot Sauce on this Monday, February 19th, 2024. The old Suffolk County Jail. Hot Sauce. T-Rex. Start from scratch. Never-ending day. All these hilarious mugshots, prints. It ain't all diamonds and pearls. So you really feel like you're in the jail down here. All these old mugshots. Frank Sinatra, Paris Hilton, Martha Stewart, Cully Calkin. They all got their alibis. Jail used to look like right there. Don't know who those guys are. And do you know the real name of Charlie Sheen? Let's go through this jail cell and check it out. His real name, Carlos Irwin Estevez, second-degree assault, winning. And how about Tiger's real name? You know Tiger's real name? Everyone knows Eldrick, but how about Taunt Woods? Suspicion of DUI. Your alibi? Have you ever been hit by a 5-iron? Ah. That's it. And more. Even Justin Bieber's been arrested. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Is it too late to say good night, everybody? Or is it good morning? What's your alibi?